Hi. So, someone had said to me, "How would you go about? How would you go about just being able to shift the systems?" And to me, if everybody set their differences aside, the things you don't like about each other, just for 5 minutes, because the majority of you don't like each other because somebody told you that you don't like them. Not because you actually know that person, not because you've actually been with that person or understand that person, just simply because you're believing an ideology that somebody else gave you. So, if we set our differences aside long enough to clean up the messes that have been made, then everybody can go back to their corner of the earth and do whatever they want. And also, maybe we don't know where to go. Once you overtake a system, where do you go with that? Well, maybe we're not sure, but when we're having the conversations, that's how we figure it out. Not only that, it's imperative for us to start doing this. Like I said, there's more of us than there is of them. So you start having conversations, you start sharing with your friends around the world that this is entirely possible. I mean, there's people in countries that are smaller than ours, smaller than yours, smaller than theirs, that have done it. And then if we all decide to get together and just, like I said, put your differences aside long enough to clean up the mess that was made, i.e. all of the pedophiles, all of the stuff that doesn't serve a purpose, because we've evolved as humans. There's lots of good humans on the planet that know how to manage things. We're at a point in history where we don't need to be governed. You don't need to be policed. You need to know how to govern yourself, and you need to know how to police yourself. And if you can police your own behavior, then you don't have a reason to have a big policing system. You don't have to be securityed up all the time. But we have to be the ones to make these choices. You have to be able to see that a system actually taught you how to hate another individual. And yourself, by the way, not just another individual. Because let me tell you this, everything that you hate in someone else is something you hate in yourself. So if you're looking at anybody with hate in your eyes, that's because you hate that in you. So anyways, back to the topic at hand. The only way that we can start changing these things is if we start having the conversations. No, we don't know what's on the